Far beyond the reach of highways and cities, hidden among misty mountains, lies a place few dare to enter, the silent village. Travelers whisper of it in hushed voices, saying it is not marked on any map, and those who wander into its narrow paths return changed, or never return at all. When Mira first stumbled upon the village, the air felt heavy, as though sound itself had been swallowed. She called out, "Hello?" But her voice vanished into the air, leaving no echo. Houses of wood and stone leaned close together, their doors open, their windows watching like eyes. People walked the streets, carrying baskets, tending to fires, feeding animals, but not a single word was spoken. And yet, communication was everywhere. A woman lifted her hand, and the man beside her nodded as though she had spoken a full sentence. 2 children ran past, giggling without sound, their laughter glowing faintly in shimmering blue sparks that floated from their mouths like fireflies. An old man sat on the steps of a shrine, staring at Mira with piercing eyes. His thoughts seemed to pour into her mind. "You should not be here, stranger." Terrified, Mira tried to speak, but no sound left her lips this time. She touched her throat. Her voice was gone. Around her, villagers moved with eerie harmony. Instead of speaking, they painted symbols in the air with their hands, symbols that glowed faintly before fading. Their faces shifted with unnatural clarity. Every smile, every frown carried layers of meaning words could never hold. That night, Mira was given shelter in a small house. The woman who hosted her never spoke, but gestured gently, her silence heavier than any words. As Mira drifted asleep, strange visions swam before her eyes. The history of the village, carved into her dreams. She saw a time when the villagers spoke freely, but their words carried curses. Lies twisted into nightmares, anger became storms, and every careless whisper summoned disaster. To protect themselves, they made a pact with an ancient force, to give up speech forever and speak only through thought, sign, and silent light. Mira awoke with a start. The villagers were gathered outside, standing in a circle. At its center stood the old man, who raised a hand and looked at her. His eyes burned with unspoken questions. She felt a voice inside her head. "Will you stay and learn our silence, or return to your world where words wound and deceive?" Her heart pounded. She tried to scream, but no sound came. The village waited, their glowing eyes fixed on her. And for the first time in her life, she realized silence was not empty. It was full of secrets, full of truths too dangerous for words. Mira had a choice. But in the silent village, every choice echoes forever without a sound. Mira stood in the circle of villagers, their glowing eyes locked on her. The old man's unspoken question still rang inside her mind. Stay and learn their silence, or leave forever. Her throat ached for words, but no sound came. She raised her hand to gesture refusal, yet the villagers' faces shifted, their expressions weaving into a single, powerful message. "We know you." Visions rushed into her mind, memories she had never lived. Herself as a child running through these same streets, her laughter painting sparks in the air, her hands tracing the same glowing symbols the villagers now drew. She staggered back, shaken. How could they know moments she had never lived? Unless they weren't visions at all, but truths buried deep, belonging to her blood. The villagers parted, revealing a stone well at the center of the square. Its water shimmered like liquid glass, and within it, faces swam, faces of those who had once left and never returned. Mira stepped forward, compelled. The old man's thoughts pressed into hers again. The world of voices has no place for you. Here, truth lives. Here, silence binds. She looked into the well, and her reflection stared back, mouth moving without sound. Then, slowly, the reflection smiled, and her silence burned brighter than any word. The villagers raised their hands, their symbols flaring into the night sky like constellations. Mira understood she was no longer a visitor. She had been chosen. Her voice was gone, but her thoughts sang louder than any language. She belonged to the silence now. Far away, in the world of noise, no one ever saw Mira again. But sometimes, travelers wandering the mountains swore they felt watched, and in the stillness of night, they dreamed of a village where words held no power and silence ruled eternal, ChatGPT said. You're very welcome. Crescent Moon Sparkles, thank you for letting me bring your mysterious story to life.